One time, years ago, sitting on the highest point in our area, looking down on Carnarvon, we saw people walking down there like ants. It was rather a reflection of our existence. People come and go, and oftentimes they go unknown, and even sometimes uncared for and unwanted. But while they're here, each carries his universe of problems. And so it has ever been. Those who, with a certain quantity of elbow grease, manage to get these stones to stand and still stand forevermore, have also gone into the beyond, but each had his story. The one thing they had in common was that they walked upon what we're walking on now, the present moment. Just about a bit further on that moment, but there was only ever one moment. It's the one that we have, and the one that we share with all who walk upon this planet. We all walk on the same moment, but then at a certain time, that moment has an intersection with another time scale, and then we face also what face is each soul, and what face these at the same intersection, for these were built as an insurance policy against the dark, hoping for the best, death. Some time ago, it was the beginning of another year, and I thought to myself, these moments are moving on, and so are we. There's an old expression in Latin, ad maiores redivit. He went to join the majority, and that's what happens each time that we move on. We go to join the majority, but the majority are on the other side. And there they wait for us. What will we see?
There was a time when times were still, unhurried by times other yet to be. There was a time when times would not time fill with calcula high of future history. There was, I say, a time when time could stand upon itself, unshuffled and at rest. A time whereon to loiter on a land, beneath a ray, ere it rested in the west. And now the time comes not in morsels long, but hacked and torn by forces that we made, that made us in their turn to them belong, until time come no more, where all things fade upon a moment that blew in a breath, the moments marred, that charred lay still in death.
These tombs were built by farming communities in the Neolithic period, probably around 3000 BC. It's a place to bury their dead. Burials were normally cremated before they were placed in the tomb, and were often accompanied by flint and stone implements, bone beads and pins, and fragments of coarse handmade pottery. the big difference is that these who went before us did so without fighting against the clock, and normally they didn't spend it looking at their smartphone.